a gendarme, a policeman, came to my father and said, "Go away."
Where to?
In Haydn. Otherwise I have to arrest you. A policeman.
Yeah.
He went away, he never went to Buchenwald in 39, in 38. My oldest brother went to Buchenwald. When he came out, he got a couple of days, a couple of weeks. He had to leave Germany, and there was a Kindertransport. I'm sure you heard of that.
My wife was on the kinder transport. She was from Czechoslovakia.
And they were in England,
Yeah.
and my father said, let the older ones, they were older. My brother, who passed away 4 months ago, we lived here in the same building. My sister-in-law still lives here. And my father said, let them settle in England, and we go afterwards. Unfortunately, it never came. We went in September 44, we came to Birkenau in a cattle car with my parents.
Oh, you were in the September transport, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So when we came to Birkenau, my father said, here we are, where the others came a long time ago. We got out, my parents at this side, my brother on the other side. Before I turned around, my brother was gone. My father said to me, you're gonna make it. And after the war, you go back to our hometown. My father never sold the property. He gave the key to the mayor and with the whole house, whatever. After the war, we were separated. I knew my parents weren't alive anymore because we were in Zigeunerlager, and I was also somehow was in there. A guy, Youngler, if you ask me the last name, I don't know. And a Captain Wolf pulled me out and put me into that lager. Now I was the only one, I was the youngest. You said you couldn't speak Czech. They spoke Yiddish and Polish.
Did you speak Yiddish?
In Germany, very few people spoke Yiddish.
Precisely.
You understand?
I've never in my life heard Yiddish until I came to Auschwitz.
So they hit me. Why at that moment I didn't know. They hit me because there wasn't been not knowing what went on in the next camp.
Yeah.
My parents went in there at night. We woke up. Youngler said to me, now you know why I hit you? You shouldn't see, but they emptied out the Zigeunerlager.
Now
When 2 days later, we came to Sosnowitz. And
how far is Sosnowitz from?
Don't ask me.
No, well, I mean.
Don't ask me.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember.
Was there any work in Sosnowitz?
Kanonenfabrik. And there was a Polish Gentile. He had a Stumparm. You know what a Stumparm is?
A prosthesis.
You're right. And if you didn't put the cannon in fast into the oven, he threw you in with it. We were there for a couple of months. One morning, there was a double shift. We came from work, and the day shift was standing already on Sammelplatz. And we were there, and all of a sudden they said, umkehren, and we started to walk. There were 4,000 people. we came to Auschwitz, there were maybe
Mauthausen.
to Mauthausen, maybe there were 3 or 400 people. Came the first night, an SS man pulled me out and he put me into a room and he strapped me and he hit me. Why did I survive? Now I couldn't tell him that same Captain Wolf gave me part of his food. And my shoes were broken and he gave me another pair of shoes. I didn't ask how he got them or what. He took them off of a dead man. When at night they pulled me out and they put me into that room and they hit me. Why? Because again, like I said before, they wanted to find out how did I survive. Did they pull the others out? I don't know. Very few people came out there. Why did I come out? Because when you hear the bombs, they whistle. You know it better, right? They whistle. I heard the whistling. They ran away. I couldn't get out. I was trapped. The Captain Wolf knew where I was. He unhooked me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here today. I couldn't walk, I couldn't do anything. I was lying against the barrack. All of a sudden we heard the big doors opening up where the tankers. It was the Americans. What did I know? Americans, England, Captain. I didn't know anything. You know that.
I've been there.
All of
I know
us,
what you're talking about.
all of a sudden, an American came over to me. Don't ask me how we communicate. And he said, don't eat. He brought me bread. It was white, whatever kind of bread. Then he gave me a piece of chocolate, but not enough, because they brought in the food. Those who ate fast, they got diarrhea and everything, because the stomach wasn't used to it. He got me back alive. I woke up and I was in some kind of room, which was the Red Cross.
I only heard this last week.
He got me out. I was there a couple of weeks. One day he came to me and he says, well, how he spoke to me, you can pull me upside down, I don't know. Yiddish, English I couldn't understand, German I don't remember. And he says to me, tonight the Russians are going to come and we pull out. So he says, you have any place to go? And all of a sudden a light went on and he says, and I said to him, yeah, and I gave him my hometown. You have any kind of relatives? I didn't know where Martin was, who came with me to Auschwitz. And I said, they were in England with a kind of Kindertransport. Later on, I found out that Captain Wolf, that Captain Levy put an ad that was here in America, a Jewish-German newspaper, the Aufbau. And he put an ad in the Aufbau.
You know,
Did you
you
find
know
it?
who the editor of the Aufbau was? My cousin's husband.
Sit down there.
I show you the slip. So I came and
My
It all comes full circle.
and the captain,
And his wife was in the kinder
the
transport. She just passed.
Captain Levy said to the guy who ran the train, make sure that the man goes where he wants to go, otherwise I'm gonna come after you. And he put his hand on the pistol, I'm gonna shoot you to Drexel. You know what I mean. I came, a Bimblebaum, we come from a hick town.
Yeah.
So I came there in the morning and I asked them when is the next train going to Wittelsbach, which was next to our town. He says a couple of days ago also came a Yiddish, a Jewish guy, and I knew it was my brother.
Let me ask a question. Your town, was it in the Russian zone?
No, American zone,
Oh,
in
good.
Hessen.
Good.
There was so I found my brother. We were into our house for 1 year, but we didn't want to stay in Germany for no way. They want us to take my father's business over, was a cattle dealer. We left here to America, but when we had a big house, a farmhouse, don't forget, my grandfather built the barn. And in the barn, when you go into the stable, there was a sign, Isaac J.S. Isaac Spier was my grandfather. He built it that in 1891. And it's still there, my kids saw it. So we came here to America with nothing. My sister picked me up and there was she had a one-bedroom apartment, right? One night, my brother slept on the couch, I slept on the floor. The next night, we switched. We did that for a couple of weeks, we looked for a room.